Oh my god, but you guessed it. Hi, it is I, Shanti Tag. Welcome. Okay, cheers if you are new here. Cheers if you're not new here. Cheers. I did a previous video in January or the end of December about my kind of like predictions and protocols for this year, and I'd love to see how we're all doing with things. Nails, a pain in my nails. 2025 check-in. The big kind of heavy hitter that was coming through at the end of December for this year, and what I'd love to check in on right now is addiction versus devotion, what it is and where we're at with it. I often get clients that come to me with like addiction stuff. Yeah. One of my absolute kind of favorite things to work with, because the flip side to that addiction coin is devotion. Devotion is basically the higher vibrational frequency of addiction. So the most profoundly devoted practitioners, spiritual practitioners that I know, have all been previously addicted to this, that, or the other. Whether it's drugs, whether it's weird behavior, sex, whatever, gambling. I have seen it all, and I've participated in some myself, yes? And each and every time I work with someone to move out of addiction and into the higher frequency of devotion, I mean, it is next level. The commitment, the dedication that people have to show up every day to whatever practice they choose that serves their highest and best. So cheers to that. All right, so did you set a thingy dingy? A resolution? I don't like resolutions. I don't like to set New Year's resolutions. I like to do that in the spring. Because I think for me, Aries season is kind of like the renewal time. Yeah. Did you set some resolutions? How's it going? How long did you stick with them? Did you even start them? Yeah, real talk. And this isn't like shame in the game. Do a little self-psychology, have a little moment, scan the field. Where are you at with stuff? What's next? Addiction can look like all kinds of stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to look like drugs or booze or whatever. It could look like any type of avoidance behavior, because essentially that's what addictive behavior is. It's a chronic pattern exhibited through a behavior in order to avoid something uncomfortable. That's what addiction is. So that could be anything from watching TV, scrolling the internet, biting your fingernails, smoking, drinking, drugging, whatever, right? Sex, it could be anything, yeah? Anything that you might got going on repeat in order to avoid. Yeah. And typically the thing that we're avoiding, yes, it's uncomfortable, but a bigger yes is you're probably here to do that thing. And it's probably uncomfortable because you're up leveling on a soul level. Big time. Big time. I'm a strong believer in soul evolution and life purpose and how the two are connected and basically the exact same thing, going hand in hand. Yeah. If you find yourself in a space of medical habituation in a way that is distracting you from doing something super freaking important just because it might be uncomfortable or scary, this episode's for you. All right, so like, what the fuck? How do you get out of it? There's fine tuning that I like to do around people's speech patterns and reframing that happens through a one-on-one session that is really just like invaluable and can, I think, only happen in that session work. But what I want to offer here is a couple tips on how you can kind of like refresh any neglected resolutions that you might have set for yourself, where you might have potentially slipped into some addictive behavior so you can transform it into devotion and healthy commitment so you can live your best life and fulfill your soul's mission. Ta-da! No big deal. All right, so easy breezy beautiful is how I like to do things in this particular series. So first we're going to start with an eye exercise. Super freaking easy. Why the eye exercise, Shanti Teg? Well, let me tell you. All right, so the eyes are known as the window to the soul. And if the eyes are lazy and stagnant, chances are the soul is kind of bored or frustrated or sometimes may leave the building, so to speak, for a period of time. That's a whole other unpack, but if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we have the window to the soul located in the eye, okay? Specifically the left eye, but we're going to work with both eyes right now, yeah? The other thing that happens with the eyes and what the eyes are connected to and kind of in command of is the pituitary and pineal glands. And when we can stretch and strengthen the inner workings and muscular structure of the eyes, we can actually tap into the actual master glands in the brain in order to have them become decalcified and for the waters of the body that flow through and from those master glands, also known as the elixir of life, to be released into our system that can support us in so many ways, like eternal youth. Okay. All right. We're easy breezy beautiful. I'm sweating to the oldies over here. Whoo, girl. Can we let's take a moment. Okay, I'm so sweaty. My hair is super greasy, but sometimes I like to do like this tuck behind the ear and then plop a hat on. Have you ever seen the movie Monster with Charlize Theron? Did I say her name right? And she's like... It's so fucked up and the movie's so fucked up. And I know it's based on a real story, but can we celebrate the fact that my hair is like... Oh, thank you. Eye exercise. Please inhale. If this is a match for you, and if it's not, next, okay? If you inhale, exhale. Keep the breath long, deep, easy. That's what she said. And then please keep the eyes open and look up. Look up as far as you can without moving the head at all. And even better, get that spine nice and straight. Tuck the chin. Give me a big old double chin. Get that brainstem nice and elongated, having that cerebral fluid moving to and through from the top of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Keep those eyes up and stretched. It might be painful. Let it be painful. You do you. This is all you. Make your own choices in life. This is just some fun little invitations for you. And now inhale and exhale. And now please take the gaze down, 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 down. Do not move the head. Stretch the eyeballs down as far as you can. Again, this might be painful. I'm feeling it. That's what she said. Keep it there. Long, deep breath. Down with the gaze. Down, 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 down. You can count maybe 30 seconds and go up again. And just cycle up and down, up and down. And especially the gaze kind of pointed at the chin. It's a moon center, the moon. It's also an emotional center, another unpack, but that we'll just plant that right in your field, okay? When the eyes are gazing down, we're really opening up that channel of the pituitary and the pineal. And up does the exact same thing. Oftentimes when people look up, and if your eyes are closed while you're looking up, it's a yogi's choice moment with that for you. You can start to see the pulsing portal of that kind of third eye projection through the closed eyes, and sometimes you can see it with the eyes open. Okay, so that's gonna get you into this space of just kind of like Om. The Om is 0 point. Ong, O-N-G, is the spark of creation. We use both of those in yoga. I prefer to use O-N-G, spark of creation. That's kind of like the lineage I go down. But that eye gaze and that clarity and that activation of the master glands kind of brings you into alignment to that Om 0 point. And then from there, you can just be with whatever is in this moment and have like a real deal kind of experience of like, okay, well, what the fuck have I been doing? Am I distracting myself? Am I kind of addicted to this avoidance type shit? And I know I got to do this stuff over there. And then you can kind of like make a healthier choice. It's not going to happen overnight, but this is something that you can begin with. Again, easy breezy, beautiful first freaking steps. The next suggestion that I'm going to offer you all as an invitation is switch up your morning and your evening routine. Something simple, like go pee before you brush your teeth if typically you brush your teeth and then go pee. Think of like, how do I usually set my bed up or lay down or even sit down into bed if you sleep in a bed. Switch it up, or even switch the direction in which you're sleeping. Again, easy breezy. Think of what you can do, what might be just kind of like on autopilot for your morning and your evening routine, and then pick like 2 to 3 things, easy things to switch. Not to like eliminate, unless maybe that's like your jam, maybe you're interested in eliminating something. And then you can replace it with something healthy. Maybe you drink like, maybe your jam is to drink a frickin' soda in the morning. Replace it with water and then drink your soda. Because when you're dealing with addiction and transforming that into devotion, we're not interested in dry addicts, meaning the addictive frequency is still active in the system, even though the behavior might not be playing out. Think of it like this. You have to take a shit, and just because you're holding it in and not letting it out doesn't mean the shit isn't there, okay? So we're interested in you actually eliminating the behavior organically and for real. And if you're constipated, that might take time. And so we're not in a rush. I'm interested in you being honest with yourself, having a very deep kind of a deeper experience with whatever you got cooking, with whoever you actually are, loving where you are, wherever, whatever that might be, and then having a real fucking like slap yourself awake, honest moment with that 0 point of like, am I proud of where I am right now? Could I be doing more? What do I actually got cooking? And why am I actually here? All right, so that's my 2025 check-in. I know I got some homework to do for myself, some real talk, more transmuting some addiction into devotion. But I'm telling you what, I've been doing this for a long time, and this shit works. As simple as it seems, it's the best, I think, way to begin and build upon. And we want to set the foundation instead of just like going off into the woods and doing ayahuasca with some spiritual fucking leader without setting a foundation of emotional health first. Like, you can get high on your own supply and have that super crazy awakening moment and have it be sustainable through easy beginning steps, just like eye exercises and switching up your morning and evening routine. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments what you got cooking. So much love to you all. Let's do another cheersies. Cheers, batch. Something.